Welcome back to the 9th episode of Learning from the Pro. There are something new from Takumi Go. First, we made a new series called 1 Minute Go Theory. You could find excellent contents that originated from Japanese Go books. We also make a weekly Go series that could help improving your calculation in Go. They are all free, so don't miss any of them. Back to the topic. In this episode, we will review a game from Japanese Oza, Onishi Ryuhei 7 dan, playing black against Okuda Aya 4 dan. Very soon, black played a strange corner enclosure. For a star or hoshi in Japanese, a knight move or a large knight move is the common choice to enclose the corner. But here, Onishi Ryuhei chose this diagonal move and then a 2-space jump. So why black chose this corner enclosure? This is actually some personal preference. These two moves have their advantages. Firstly, in the future, if black surrounded all the territories, then the efficiency of black stones are okay. And the second thing is that these three moves could work as an influence that could help support the development of the edge on this side. Then let's talk about the disadvantages. Firstly, black spends 3 moves for the corner. We usually only want to spend 2 moves to enclose the corner in the opening. So black spends 1 more move. And secondly, the second line of the corner is still open to invasion. So compare the advantages and the disadvantages. Is this a good enclosure? Actually, before we have AI, professional players knew this is not a very good choice to enclose the corner. So you could seldom see advanced players play this kind of move. After we have AI, we have more objective data. This corner enclosure lost around 2 points of territories. So you may ask, why black still play this kind of move? As a professional player, undoubtedly, Onishi Ryuhei understood this is not really efficient. But I think black played this kind of opening to make the game more interesting. Rather than memorizing the opening variations or joseki, playing this kind of move may better challenge opponent's understanding of Go. And black may also think, the so-called losing 2 points of territories is totally not important to the game. So these moves are personal preference. We cannot say it's right or it's wrong. Then, black played a normal corner enclosure. White approach. Corner is always the most valuable big point in the opening. After the corner is all played, the edge is the next big move. Black extended at this point. This is also an obvious big point, as this move affected both sides to develop on the edge. If you don't sure why this is a good point, you may check out the basic opening theory in 1200igor.com. This is a big point for both sides. Then white approach. Black played a knight move in the 6th line. Again, an interesting move. This again a personal preference. Firstly, we need to know that for black, it's not good to play move like this one, because we could rearrange the order. Black first played the large knight move enclosure, and then white extend to threaten the corner. Then black played this move. This is inefficient. We don't like this shape. So it's not good for black to defend the corner. For black, the best approach would be tenuki to play other big points, as we have a proverb. If you could not find a good measure to deal with, play elsewhere. However, black chose to play this move. This move I think have 2 reasons. The first meaning is to expand the moyo here to surround more territories on the edge. And the second point is to prevent for white expansion. For example, if black choose to play other big point, like this one, then white extend, black extend. After white play this move, this feels like a very important point for both sides, that black are being pressed down. So, black played this move first to prevent white expansion. But objectively, this is not a good move again, because this shoulder hit is very obvious. After this exchange, black could not surround a lot of territory on the edge. That means this move is not very efficient. In the real game, white invade the corner. This is a very common move for invasion. What white planning to do is after black block and divide the white stones, white could play a harnett and connect. Then after this exchange, white could jump into black's corner. So white kind of sacrificed this stone, but invaded the corner. However, in the real game, black don't want to follow white's order, so black changed a move. Black played this knight move. This is an interesting move, because white cannot play the original plan now. If white play this move and jump to the corner, this time black could divide the white stone. However, this move is a mistake, because white have a very good countermeasure. White played an end touch and then a diagonal move. This is a very good Tetsuji. Now, point A and B become a miai. If black hits here, this time white could cut the black stone, because this become a hanging connection. So black connect. White could play a tiger mouth here. This become a very strong shape. Black could only extend. Because if black do not extend, white hit here could get the whole corner, and this become very painful for black. After black extend, white play a tiger mouth and play one more center. White lifted in center. Although black here gets a beautiful influence, but lifted a group in center in a corner that's enclosed by 3 black stones. This is a big success for white. White got an advantage for around 10 points. And the reason for black's failure would be the knight move. This move did not prepare for the countermeasure that white played in the real game. Also, another reason why black got a great loss is because it played a strange corner enclosure. After white lifted in center, white played at the top right corner to finish the Joseki. This AI Joseki. After this move, white played a large knight move. White played this move because she studied this Joseki white could play at this point, but I think in this game, white is better to play at point A or point B. The reason is that this invasion is too obvious. After this move, it is a bit embarrassing because white could not play this point. After white played this point, point A becomes very inefficient. If you play like this, why not play point B at first? That means, why not play point B at first? If black invade, you won't play one more move here. You will play at this side. So, in the real game, white also played this side. But now it's black's turn to play this throw-in. Black divided the white stone, and this became a very difficult fight for both sides. But the result is, after a series of fights, black recovered the loss at the bottom left corner. Let's skip to this point. To this moment, white played quite good. It's still a 50-50 game. The final result will be determined by how many points white could protect at the top left corner. Now, black cut. White need to defend. A hit would be fine. After a hit, black may hit and try to cut the white stone. But it's not successful because there is an Oi Otoshi. Black could not connect. In the real game, white connect. Don't want to give any profit for the black stones. However, the Achi here is a bit strange. Black played this disturb. If white protected this side, then this double harnett is quite effective. White could not cut the black stones because black could push. A simple order could capture the white stones. White find that there are some loopholes here, so white choose to play this capture. But white's hit here now is a bit too late. White is better to hit earlier. After this exchange, there are measures for black. In the real game, black played a knight move. For white, white could only cut the black stones, because if white don't cut the black stones, then whites do not have enough territories to win the game. However, black have measures to capture the 3 white stones and win the game. It's time for you now. Try to calculate it. It's a damn level question, but not really a very advanced calculation. So, please pause the video and try to think a bit. What would happen here? Okay, let's see the real game now. Black extend, then white need to capture these 2 stones. Then black played at this point. Point A and point B become a miai. If white play at point B, black could play at this point. After this move, white could not capture this stone now. Then this become a false eye. This group dead. So white protected this stone. Then after an exchange, black attach, white cut, black also cut, white connect, then black play a hanet. These 4 stones are being captured. White hit, but no use. White hit again. Black has 2 liberties. White also has 2 liberties, but black play first. So white are being captured. White lost too much points here, so white resigned very soon. That's all for this game review. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please tell us too. Thank you and see you next time.